How are we this morning? I hope we are well. I just need to adjust position in here. You would think that there would just be one spot in the room. I could set the camera up and it would just work. But for some reason, that's not happening. Anyway, lower back pain. Tight across the lumbar spine, the lower part of your back, maybe your SI joint, so where your spine meets your pelvis. That area can get really tight, can get uncomfortable, can get sore. And I want to show you one move which could be really beneficial to help free that up. So if you're new here, I am Jen Wilson, the Healing Rebel. I want to help you find ways to move, to relax, so that you can heal. So child's pose is an amazing posture, which for some people can feel really, really nice. I'm going to show you a couple of different options for it because not everybody is comfortable being in this position here. For some people, that can feel really claustrophobic. So or for some people, their knees are not happy in this space. If your hamstrings are really tight and your backside doesn't meet your heels, then if you put a pillow in on top of your calves so that your hips are resting a little bit higher, that can help. Another option is to come over onto your back and bring your knees in towards your chest, hips out wide. Now, if you find in this position that you're not really getting much of a stretch, then you could go to the wall, get in nice and close, put your feet onto the wall so that you've got a little bit of pressure there, and then just edge your backside in. You can let your knees, if your tummy's in the way, just let your knees move out to the side, take your feet a bit wider. Another option would be to come into a deep squat. Now, this is probably the most challenging for a lot of people. If your calves are really tight, then you might need something under your heels to let your heels be lifted. This position here, and again, your feet can be as wide as they need to be, but this is also technically child's pose, just in different angles. So pick whichever one feels right for you today. Now, if you are doing the traditional child's pose, toes together, knees nice and wide, let the forearms come down to the floor. If your forehead is nowhere near the floor, you can make fists. You can stack fists, bring the floor up to you. You could put a yoga block in, you could put a pillow in. Try and keep your backside on the heels and think about your spine melting away, coming out and relaxing. As you're breathing in, whichever position you're in, can you breathe into the back of the body so that you're getting this nice stretch across the back of the body? As you're breathing out, can you let your body soften and melt in? And it might be that it takes, particularly if you're really tight, it might take a few breaths before your body softens and lets go and lets you drop in. So if you need to stay back here, with your forearms up, and your head lifted away from the floor, then that's where you stay just until it feels like the tissue, the fascia, connective tissue, the muscles, the tendons all start to feel like they're relaxing in. And then you just very slowly sink towards the floor. Now, if you're getting closer to the floor but your butt's lifting, then you just edge back and be patient, ease into the posture. When we slow down, when we use our breath, when we ease in, that's when the body knows that we're safe in this position that we're trying to be in. Now, if you are in this traditional child pose and you're sorer on one side than the other, then what you could do is pull one elbow back to the knee and to walk the other hand further forward, so you're getting this diagonal stretch, and start to walk the hand over, taking it into a bit of a side bend to get more length down that side. More difficult to do that if you're in the squat position or lying on your back. Now, if you are lying on your back, what you could do is have one hand on each knee and circle the knees around, so you're massaging the lower back into the floor. So that there is a lovely option. You can do both legs together, or you can do one leg and then the other leg. So you can have a play around with that. You take your arms wider and make the rocking a little bit bigger. If you're in that deep squat position, then what you could do from here is you could twist and reach up and come down and reach up and come into some movement there. So which, although I'm saying it's one move, it is one shape to get this length through the back of the body to really get that stretch out. 3 different positions that you can do that same shape in, and then it's playing around in the shape to see what kind of movement, where can you move freely, where do you meet restriction, can you breathe into that restriction, really try and inhale, exhale, soften to create the movement. So have a play around with that. Notice where your body's holding on to tension. Where do you need the movement? Where do you need restriction? If you've got any questions, I do want you to drop me a message. And if you would like to join in with more sessions, I have live online classes. I have in-person classes. I work with people one-to-one here in my beautiful home studio in Springburn in the north of Glasgow. And if you just need any help with anything movement or relaxation related so that your body can heal, please do reach out. And I will see you on the next video.